It was a chilly February morning in the quaint town of Willow Creek. The streets were adorned with red hearts and pink ribbons, signaling the arrival of Valentine's Day. Love was in the air, but little did the townsfolk know, tragedy lurked just around the corner. Lucy Smith, a keen-eyed journalist for the Willow Creek Gazette, was sipping her morning coffee when a frantic knock echoed through her door. Startled, she rushed to answer it, finding her neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins, trembling on her doorstep. "Lucy, you must come quickly. There's been a murder." Mrs. Jenkins gasped between panicked breaths. Lucy's heart raced as she followed Mrs. Jenkins to the scene of the crime, a picturesque cottage nestled on the outskirts of town. Police cars crowded the street, their lights flashing ominously against the snow-covered ground. As Lucy approached the cottage, she spotted Detective Samuels, a grizzled veteran of the Willow Creek Police Department, hunched over a body covered by a white sheet. "What happened here, Detective?" Lucy asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Detective Samuels sighed heavily, his breath visible in the frigid air. "It appears to be a case of murder, Lucy. The victim is Emily Harper, the beloved member of our community. She was found strangled in her own home." Lucy's stomach churned at the gruesome revelation. Emily Harper was well known in Willow Creek for her kindness and generosity. Who could have wanted to harm her? Determined to uncover the truth, Lucy began her own investigation. She spoke to neighbors, friends, and anyone who might have seen or heard something suspicious. Yet, despite her efforts, the case remained shrouded in mystery. Days turned into weeks, and the town buzzed with speculation. Some whispered of a jealous lover, while others pointed fingers at a disgruntled business rival. Lucy sifted through the rumors, searching for a clue that would crack the case wide open. As Valentine's Day approached, the atmosphere in Willow Creek was somber. The usual festivities were overshadowed by the shadow of Emily's untimely death. Lucy couldn't help but feel a pang of guilt every time she walked past Emily's empty house, her mind consumed with thoughts of the beautiful woman who had met such a tragic end. On the eve of Valentine's Day, Lucy found herself haunted by a recurring nightmare. In her dream, she stood outside Emily's cottage, the sound of her own heartbeat echoing in her ears. She reached for the doorknob, her hand trembling with fear and anticipation. As the door creaked open, she was greeted by the sight of Emily's lifeless body, her eyes accusingly fixed on Lucy. Gasping for air, Lucy woke up in a cold sweat. She couldn't shake the feeling that the answer to Emily's murder was right in front of her, waiting to be uncovered. But try as she might, Lucy couldn't piece together the puzzle. Meanwhile, the town was abuzz with Valentine's Day preparations. Lovebirds exchanged gifts and whispered sweet nothings, oblivious to the cloud of suspicion that hung over Willow Creek. But amidst the romantic fervor, Lucy couldn't shake the feeling of unease that gnawed at her conscience. On Valentine's Day morning, Lucy received an anonymous tip that sent her racing to the outskirts of town. There, hidden among the trees, she stumbled upon a clue that would change everything. Beneath a pile of fallen leaves, Lucy unearthed a familiar scarf, Emily's favorite scarf, the one she had been wearing on the night of her murder. With trembling hands, Lucy traced the delicate fabric, her mind racing with possibilities. Could this be the breakthrough she had been searching for? Determined to confront the truth, Lucy rushed to the police station, scarf in hand. As she burst through the door, she was met with stares of disbelief from the officers gathered inside. "I know who killed Emily Harper," Lucy declared, her voice trembling with conviction. The room fell silent as Lucy recounted her findings, each word punctuated by the weight of her revelation. And as she laid out the evidence before them, a hush fell over the crowd. But the biggest shock came when Lucy revealed the identity of Emily's killer, a name that sent shockwaves through the town. It was Lucy herself. In a stunning twist of fate, Lucy confessed to the murder of Emily Harper. She spoke of jealousy and resentment, of fear and desperation. And as her words hung in the air, the truth finally came crashing down on Willow Creek. For weeks, Lucy had watched in silent agony as her husband, Mark, grew enamored with Emily's charm and beauty. She had listened as he spoke of Emily with admiration, his words a constant reminder of her own insecurities. Driven by jealousy and consumed by fear, Lucy had succumbed to the darkest corners of her soul. And on that fateful night, she had snuck into Emily's home, her hands stained with blood and regret. As the reality of Lucy's betrayal sank in, the town recoiled in shock and disbelief. How could someone they trusted, someone they knew so well, commit such a heinous act? But amidst the chaos and confusion, one thing remained clear: Willow Creek would never be the same again. And as the sun set on Valentine's Day, a shadow lingered over the town, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within their midst.